everyone. This is Gagajoy, Gagajoy's Cooking. I'm glad you dropped in with me today. And cooking something that's probably familiar to all of us. It's pork chops and scalloped potatoes. In my pan, I've got 3 tablespoons of butter. Now you add 3 tablespoons of regular flour, not flour, any other kind of flour, or self-rise. It's not self-rise, it's like that. Just sort of mix it with your flour and butter. You really don't want to get it browned, you just want to get them mixed together. And this is a cup of chicken broth. Sort of big. Yeah, add that in here. Sort of mix that around and make a roux. It's just a simple roux. This will go over our potatoes and onions. Now I put 5 cups of potatoes in my bowl here, or my pan, and 1 onion. Now, my potatoes were sort of small, so I would take it, if they're small like mine, it probably takes 6 or 8 potatoes, at least. Let's put some salt, a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of pepper. I want a little bit more chicken broth. That looks too thick. I don't know why. Sometimes it works and sometimes you do have to sort of be creative with your recipes. I was cooking dinner for my son-in-law and grandson, and they'll eat anything, so I thought, well, today is a good day to get the pork chops out, because they do love pork chops. And it's coming up all again. Now when it comes up this time, I'm going to dump it over the potatoes. I'm going to set my oven to 350. Still boiling. I love scalloped potatoes. They're very temperamental. Sometimes you get scalloped potatoes, you cook them for an hour and they're still hard. I don't get it. And I usually just buy Idaho's or Russets. Usually about the same thing. Now that's pretty well covered. So our next step is the pork chops. 2 tablespoons of oil. Just to cover the bottom. Pork chops have got their own oil and fat, so it doesn't take them very long. Well, it looks like that's a good mixture. I will have to say that. Well, I think our grease is about ready, so I'm going to add my pork chops. I like the loin, the bone-in pork chops. It's, you know, they're just use any kind you want to. I guess it's just a habit of what you want to use, but I think if I use the loin without the bones, then it seems like it just cuts, it doesn't stay that moist for me. Now, but you can use either one you want, great down, yeah. And now it decides to cool down. Okay, we've got our first pan going. That on top. And they're going to do a lot of cooking in the oven. And these is not as thick as sometimes I get them, so it doesn't take very long to brown them. This doesn't require a lot of spices. I just usually put salt, pepper, and a little bit of paprika. You can add other things if you want a little bit hot, which I usually do, but for someone else, I'm not going to do that. Well, if you see one of the pork chops is sort of in and in, when I does that, I just sort of cut it, let the fat. Let's cut the fat and lay right back down. I'm sure you already knew that. But it does help them lay down a little bit better. My son tells me I don't look up enough, but it's sort of like driving, and you got to look the way you're going, and it's hard for me to look up. So if I'm looking down, you know where I'm at. Okay, I think these are about ready to go down. This takes a couple minutes. Normally it's 6 pork chops, but this one had a 7th in it, so that'll turn out okay. Now, all we have to do is wrap aluminum foil around it. You put it in the oven for about an hour, and then check it. And then if you feel like the potatoes are going to done, take the aluminum foil off for a little while and let the pork chops get a little bit browner. So this will go in the oven now on 350. Well, I just took our scallop potatoes and pork chops out of the oven. You can see they're still bubbling hot. And they smell good. They really do. And yeah, everything's done. I just want to make sure the potatoes were soft. Sometimes that happens to me that they're not. Well, we had somebody's going to have a good supper tonight. It won't be me, but I'm giving it to somebody. Anyway, it's been a good day, as usual, and I love spending time with you. I do this on my own right now. My son's back at his business, so I can't take him away too much. Anyway, remember the joy this week. Subscribe and ring that bell for me. If you need a dessert, it is somewhere on our site. It's either in the right-hand corner or at the end of the video. So we always have a recipe. So anytime you want to, you can always go to that recipe. Leave me a note. I'd love to hear from you. And remember the joy. We'll see you soon.